Good evening, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. So, today, some more Mythic Love Iberian Legends. Last time, we got to know Professor Boo better. We got a good night kiss. We got to go to a ball. And during the ball, Gaoko snuck in and stole away with the portable portal that brought us here in the first place. And I mean, it's not really our fault, but it feels like it was. But anyway, we're all off to try and figure out what he's doing, so Joanna is leading us down to his lair. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Oh yeah, that was also a thing last time. We learned that Professor Boo is the inspiration for Mothman, and my brain went to the only place my brain goes when I hear about Mothman. Thank you, Spirits Podcast, and your discussion of the butt on that statue. I'm doing okay. The temperature is down to semi-livable conditions. It was extremely livable this morning, but back at like 25 now. Anyway. You appear at a cave entrance. Joanna steps inside with a determined stride, the rest follow. You traverse a labyrinth of caverns, detours, and forks. It doesn't take long before you get disoriented. You're relieved when you reach a larger opening, behind which you recognize Gaoko's lair. Joanna gestures a countdown with her fingers. Nerves show on the myth's faces as they prepare to fight. The Juancabalo holds the Guzkidor in one hand and her riding crop in the other as she scans from side to side, searching for the god of darkness. Oh yes, I forgot the disclaimer that I don't speak Spanish and I'm probably butchering a whole bunch of names. And I'm sorry. Spanish was not a language I've had the opportunity to learn. In high school, we only had the options of French and German. And I'm not good at either of those either. Whoops. A few steps behind her stands Tiago. Without noticing you're staring at him, he takes a combat stance and clears his throat. Koru is hiding and trembling behind Boo, but her eyes are filled with determination. She lights her small flame. You glance at the professor, trying to conceal your fear. He's trying to look calm as well, but deep down you know he's worried. He notices you watching him, smiles, and gently pulls you behind him, shielding you with his body as he summons an archaic-looking grimoire and starts whispering something in Old Castilian. What kind of spell is he casting? Joanna's countdown reaches 0. In one leap, you all cross the threshold of the lair at the same time. You look around, tense and alert, searching for the god of darkness. But the lair is empty. No sign of Gaoko or his horrendous shadows. Where is he? Let's check every corner. He could be hiding. I think he's fled. Coward. Goodbye to any chance to talk to him. Talk? His Gizkilar isn't for talking. It's in case of emergency. Remember, we're here to gather information, not to fight. But if we find him, we'll ask him for an explanation first. We must give him a chance. He's been abusing your chances for decades. It's not the same. I mean, obviously, gonna agree with my man here. I agree with Boo. Maybe there's an explanation. What does it matter? He's gone. Let's make sure of that before we do anything else. The group splits up. You follow Boo to a corner at the back of the cave. Galco is nowhere to be found indeed, but traces of his personality fill every corner. Literally. The walls are covered in scribbles. You recognize sketches of the terrifying shadow creatures. You study them up close. They're not just scribbles, but careful, detailed paintings. The strokes are precise, and it's clear the colours have been chosen and mixed with intent. These shadowy figures feel just as unsettling as the real ones. I mean, let's be honest, they are in fact terrifying. Who looks at the paintings with bewilderment, but also with fascination. For a god of darkness, he has remarkable artistic skills. They have an unsettling aura, but aesthetically they're fascinating. That's undeniable. You advance through the cave, observing the walls. The shadows give way to a different kind of painting. Wild plants and flowers, vibrantly coloured insects, and all kinds of birds, from tiny sparrows to imposing vultures. They're all gorgeous. You can't look away. A glance at Boo tells you he's still hypnotised by these works of art. There's something about them that makes it impossible to stop admiring them. Boo doesn't seem to hear you. He's mesmerised by the paintings. You wave at him, trying to get his attention, but he ignores you, so you keep moving along the cave, admiring the decorated walls. You come across another wall overflowing with colourful figures. This time, it's not spectres, plants, or birds filling the surface. Ditching us for paintings. They're portraits of people, strange creatures, and legendary-looking animals. Most of the myths don't look familiar, but you do recognize some faces from the gala. You study them more closely, searching for a familiar face. Who is the easiest to spot? His silver hair is unmistakable, and he's one of the few myths who wears glasses. Why did Galco draw owl wings on him? Is that his true form, or an artistic interpretation? You assume the latter. Who wouldn't be so concerned about his myth form if it was just a pair of wings? You find Joanna. Galco has captured her defiant gaze, the silkiness of her hair, her suggestive curves. She's depicted dancing, which makes the painting dynamic and gives it a captivating energy. Corey's portrait is soft, innocent. Her hair is painted strand by strand, not a single detail is missed. The witch is hugging a plush-like ball you immediately recognize as El Coco. Oh, that's a point. When I was starting up the game today, I noticed there was a piece of news on the Steam page that you can get an El Coco plushie. I want an El Coco plushie. I'm going to buy an El Coco plushie. With its thin little legs and huge eyes, Galco has nailed both of them. Hmm. Actually, I am just gonna ask him, was that your myth form? But the professor is distracted. He's looking at a book that he's found in a corner. You keep admiring the paintings. Wait a second. Where's Tiago's? Galco didn't paint him? Does he hate him that much? Although, wait. That thing in the center. Isn't it a part of the wolf myth's chin? You take a step back and finally see the whole picture. Tiago's portrait is larger than the rest. Much larger. It's placed at the center of the mural and looks even more detailed than the others. You compare it to the real Tiago, who's approaching you at this very moment. What are you looking at with such interest? They are identical. The shape of his fringe is an exact match. The slight tilt of one ear compared to the other. His usual half smile. Oh, look! That's Drac, and the Professor, and Joanna, and... Galco made these? Did I get a painting? I doubt so. My beauty is not easy to capture. Oh. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. Tiago has noticed his own portrait. His face has suddenly straightened and turned red. Why is yours more elaborate? I can't deny it's impressive. The resemblance is almost scary. He's captured my dazzling beauty perfectly. He says it as a joke, feigning indifference, but he blushes a little more. Tiago squints as he studies the portrait. Is that my little mole on my left ear? How is that possible? It's minuscule and covered by my hair. Almost no one knows I have it. Well, it sounds like someone's been paying a lot of attention, Tiago. You look at his left ear. The real Tiago's left ear. There it is, a tiny brown spot. So subtle it's hard to see. Especially now that his ears and cheeks are flushed bright red. Well, it's not that strange that he noticed, right? I'm used to everyone analysing me, picking up on me. Actually, this should scare me. I'm sure he was studying me to figure out how to defeat me. Yes, exactly. This is terrifying. I feel watched, stalked. I don't like it. I wonder what this means. Tiago looks away, blushing more and more. You gaze at the incredible work of art. Who am I to know the mind of the God of Darkness? Let's go with, it means he admires you. That would be nice. I mean, it's always nice when people admire you. I know what I'm talking about. I highly recommend it. It's only natural that even the cow admires me, right? Kalla, sorry. I'm back with you. It's just that I found... Wow. Who looks at the walls in admiration. So did Joanna and Koru, who have just stopped beside him. Did Gowako paint these? I love it! And I'd love a keychain with that design of El Coco. They're all extraordinary. This explains the quality of the designs in these notes. Look. Professor Boo shows you a notebook filled with numbers, equations, diagrams, letters, and detailed sketches. One of the portable portal, another of its internal mechanisms, another with the design and patterns of the beautiful gown he wore at the gala. I'm sure the notes for his plan are in this notebook. This is gold. Look, this page contains the design for a custom spell. Maybe he developed it to repair the portable portal. But the entire notebook is written in code. I can't read it. Not without decoding it first. Could it be in Basque? Gauco is Basque. Calling Basque a code is a bit much, Professor. No, it's not Basque. Look, it's encrypted. Only this specific phrase is written in Basque. We could start there. Does anyone know how to read it? Well, if there's only one phrase in an entire encrypted notebook that's not encrypted, then that's probably the encryption phrase. One would assume. I mean, it depends on the type of encryption, really, but... You look at the line the professor is pointing to. And I definitely don't speak Basque, oh dear. I'm going to do my best. It says... Ekainaren hogaita hiruko gawen. Yeah, no idea, I don't speak Basque. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. It looks like none of those options would have been correct anyway. It says night of June 24th. Tiago, you speak Basque? What a surprise! I only know a few terms, since I spend my days on Gauco's tail. I mean, chasing him. And I hear him talking to his shadows, so some words have stuck. Of course. I mean, that's so cool. Yeah, you spared me from having to look it up in the dictionary. And from having to find the dictionary. I wonder where I put it. Man, I identify hard with the professor. For varying reasons. Good. Let's not waste any more time. We already know the when. Gauco is going to carry out his plan, whatever it is, the day after tomorrow. Great. Now we just need to figure out the where, the what, the why, the... Yeah, we get it. A lot of things, almost everything. But the location is the most crucial. If we find it, we can stop him. We'll figure out what he's plotting later. Okay, and how do we find it? The answer is probably in this notebook. We don't know for sure, and I can't promise I'll be able to decipher it in time. Well, let's think of another option. What if we ask someone? I have to keep this a secret. I don't want to cause a panic. Now would be a good time to regain your power, Karu. You know that's not up to me. That hasn't been fully proven. What if you try to... Leave her alone. What we need to do is arm ourselves to the teeth. This time for real. Are you really going to start arguing again? Here in the middle of the cave? You're considering whether to interrupt them again when something moves in the darkness. Everyone falls silent instantly. Joanna gives the order in an almost imperceptible whisper. Hide, now! The group splits up and moves at full speed in absolute silence. Boo grabs your hand and drags you with him towards a crack in the wall. A very narrow crack. You barely fit inside together, but you force your way in as best you can. The space is tiny and Boo's body is huge. You end up pinned against each other, the rough stone of the crevice at your backs. So close now that your face is almost touching his chest. Aha! A perfect spot to hear someone's heartbeat from. Also, I knew Boo was tall, but Boo's tall. Your heart is racing. You worry that Boo might notice and think you're a coward, or worse, that he might assume your pulse is quickened because of how close you are. Wait, which one is it? Why does it suddenly matter what he thinks? He's just your way back home, right? What do you do? Calm? Count to 10. You try to calm yourself, focusing on your breathing, taking a deep breath in and out, inhaling. Ooh, smells like paper. I like books, but mixed with something sweet, like honey. Is that his usual scent? The books make sense, but the honey? Is it something he ate, or maybe could it be a fragrance he chose for the gala? Man. Smells like books and honey. That sounds great, honestly. Wait a second. If it's a perfume, did he put it on for you? For your date at the gala? No, impossible. He gets nervous because he's shy, not because he likes you in that way. Even though a part of you wishes it were true. These thoughts aren't helping you to calm down. Quite the opposite. You should change your approach. For example, you could focus on Boo's breathing. Surely he's calm and analysing the situation. I don't think that's going to be true. Not at all. He is on the verge of hyperventilating. The closeness lets you feel his heartbeat racing. Of course, it doesn't matter how pragmatic he is. This is a dangerous situation. It's only natural that he's scared. Wait, are you sure that's the reason? Are his nerves due to fear, or to your bodies brushing against each other, or maybe to both? Those thoughts are once again getting on your nerves, so you decide to look outside. To focus on something else. Whatever is approaching through the cave. It doesn't take long for the shadows to appear. They're terrifying, straight out of your worst nightmares. There are so many of them. And they roam the cave, sniffing around, trying to find any trace of intruders. Wait a minute. Of course! They're looking for you. They recognize your human scent. They're going to find you because of you. You should have stayed at the Cerro. What do you do? Leaving the crevice sounds like a really terrible idea. That sounds like the way to get eaten by shadows. Whisper an apology. I mean, I am going to take the excuse to engage in some hand-holding. Duh. um... Plus, maybe that will help him with the fact he's almost hyperventilating. Who knows? Boo returns the gesture, squeezing your hand. Your nerves only get worse. It's true, this won't solve anything. You need to stay calm. Besides, on the Cerro they would have found you too, right? And there would have been no one to protect you. Or to get hurt. Here you're not so sure. You're surprised to find yourself wishing that nothing happens to the myths. Especially Boo. Damn it! When did you stop putting their safety before your own? One of the shadows approaches your crevice. Boo also senses the danger. He starts reciting another spell in Old Castilian. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a movement on the opposite side of on the opposite wall of the cave. It's Johanna, peering from her crevice. She's waving her arms up and down, trying to get Boo's attention, but he doesn't see her. A look of relief appears on Johanna's face when she sees you've noticed. She forms a cross with her forearms, shakes her head, and mouths the word, "No!" Boo will finish casting the spell at any moment. What do you do? Look at him and mimic the gestures. Boo is taken aback, but he obeys and interrupts the spell. The shadow keeps sniffing around the area, getting closer and closer and closer. It stops at the opening of the crevice. If it turns around, it'll see you. The tension is killing you. You want to cry. A noise echoes from the back of the cave, a sharp thud like a small metallic object falling on the ground. It's subtle, but enough for the shadow to decide to ignore the crevice and slither away in that direction. You both breathe a sigh of relief. Boo notices the tear that has slipped out and rolled down your cheek. He brings his hand closer, gently cups your face and wipes it away with his thumb. You can't help but let out a nervous little laugh. Boo gestures for silence with his other hand, but a small smile slips out and he blushes. Despite the fear, his reaction makes your heart melt. Ooh! 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 Choices! Tempting choices. I mean, not the last choice, clearly. Would it be too much to kiss him on the hand? I'm gonna do it. You give him a soft kiss on the palm of his hand. Ah, damn it! Interrupted! You're interrupted by two arms that grab you by the wrist and drag you out of the crevasse. You almost scream in fright, but it's just Tiago and Johanna, with Cory behind them watching the shadows that have gathered in the background. Without giving you time to look at anything else, they drag you toward the exit, silently but quickly. The shadows don't turn around. You remain silent as you make your way back through the caves, until you reach the entrance to the mountain. Without stopping for a second, you take each other's hands and teleport back to Cerro del Boo. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my! I nearly peed myself. That was terrifying. Kalla, are you okay? Yeah, thank goodness you were by my side. Same here. He sure was by your side. Very close, so close. I told you, these two... no, don't get the wrong idea. The hiding spot was really tight. Oh, how inconvenient. Let's change the subject. We should talk about what's important. Boo shoots you a pleading look, his cheeks burning red. Yeah, Joanna, why didn't you want him to cast the spell? Galco's magical domes don't just affect teleportation. They interfere with the magic in general, except for his own, of course. And they don't just block it, they act as a sort of alarm. The shadows would have detected the origin of the spell. They would have known exactly where Boo was. And that's why the Aeguscular is so useful. Not only does it have a strong effect on Galco, but it's also unaffected by his defenses. Yeah, thanks, Gianna. Good thing you stopped in. We have to come up with a plan. Oh no, here we go again. Let's try not to argue, please. This time will be easier. We have plenty of time. A day and a half isn't plenty of time. It's more than the 15 minutes we had before. Guys, it doesn't matter. How do we proceed? You're right. So, what do we know so far? We know Galco plans to do something the day after tomorrow, at night. But we don't know what or where. However, we have his encrypted notebook. The answers are probably in here. I don't like that, probably. We're not sure. It's also not guaranteed you'll be able to decrypt it in time. There's something I'm not getting. Even if Galco managed to repair the portable portal, he can't use it, right? It's linked to me and Kalla. That's a good point. Maybe he's figured out how to change the owner of the portable portals. If that's true, this information could help Kalla return to the mortal realm. I'm starting to enjoy the current method, actually. Right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we need to find Galco. And after we find him, we have to defeat him. That's the tricky part. We don't have to defeat him, we have to convince him. Sure, but just in case, Professor, I don't trust him, especially not in our current state. 4 myths with their powers weakened, and a human, armed with nothing but an Aeguscular, against the god of darkness and his army of shadows. Doesn't sound very promising. Yeah, I guess you're right. So, what do we prioritize? Deciphering the notebook, searching every nook and cranny, getting more weapons? Everything seems important. I mean, can't we do more than one? I mean, we have 5 people. There's a limit to the number of people who can work on decrypting a notebook. Yeah, we should split up, exactly. You're glad to see that Joanna not only doesn't question you, but shows interest in what you're saying. That's not a bad idea. We don't all have to do the same thing. Yeah, that would be inefficient. And this way, we're not putting all our eggs in one basket. We have a better chance that someone will succeed. I agree with the creature. You all look at Joanna. What? I don't just contradict people for the sake of it. If I think Kalla is right, I have no problem admitting it. Well, if even Joanna agrees, that's a sign. How should we go about this? You're glad you were able to contribute, even if it was just a small thing. And above all, you're glad that Joanna called you by your name. Yes, we have upgraded from creature to name. I'll focus on deciphering the notebook. I'll travel around the region and try to track him down using my power. I'll talk to everyone we know, gather their Egusculars, and ask if they've seen the Dark God. Should we also ask them to join the fight? I don't think we should. That would send Gaoko the wrong message. The goal is to reason with him. We don't know what he'll do if he feels threatened. The Egusculars are just in case. Besides, we don't want everyone to get gripped by panic. We have to handle this ourselves. I see. In that case, I'll try to practice my powers. I know it's unlikely to work. I tried many times before, but it's the only way I can think of to help. Good idea, Karu. Sounds perfect to me. Yes, I trust you. I will help you. Yes, that sounds perfect. The others look at you with mischievous smiles. I mean, because of the bond, of course. Sure. Your return home is an important mission as well. You can help me and we can continue to develop the bond. Good idea. Surely a human that just found out about the existence of magic is the best option to help you decipher that thing. Do you prefer to do it yourself? If I do, who will get the weapons? It's useless to locate Gaoko if we can't stop him. I mean, when you put it that way. Well, we've got it sorted. We can start first thing tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yes, Professor. We're not owls. We need to sleep. I mean, I'm pretty sure even owls need to sleep. Just, they tend to do it during the day. Karu nods enthusiastically. Her eyes are drowsy. And Kalla too, Professor. Humans of that age need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep per night. Let's not talk about how many hours of sleep I get. Not a whole lot with how hot it's been. She's right. You're exhausted. So much has happened that you haven't even noticed the passing hours. But now that everything is planned, sleepiness is starting to catch up with you. 5 to 6. Oof. I mean, I think I've been averaging about 6 the past few weeks. Except the weekend when I sleep in and get slightly more. You're right. In fact, I'll sleep 2 this time. With all the GALA preparations, I haven't slept a wink this morning. For me, that's the equivalent of staying up all night. And besides, this way I can wait for Kalla. Good, everyone off to bed then. Good night. Bye. Have a good rest. Tiago, Connor, and Joanna disappear in a flash of magic. Good night, Kalla. Can I get another good night kiss? Who slowly turns towards the study's door. Yeah, can't I have another good night kiss, please? Don't go. Before you can even finish the sentence, he turns around. Well, if that's what you want, I'll have to stay. I don't want you to think I'm a bad host. Who walks towards you and stands right next to you. He tries to keep a neutral expression, but he's red as a beet and seems to be struggling to meet your eyes. I would like to snuggle now. Sleep with me? Who blushes even more, but his eyes light up. Of course, I'm happy to stay. I mean, I'm happy because this way you can sleep better and not worry. He sits in the armchair next to the sofa bed, still avoiding your eyes. But he seems to notice you observing him, since he shivers. Is something wrong, Kalla? Oh, why are you looking at me like that? Is it worry because of Galco? The situation is worrying indeed, but don't worry. Even if he succeeds, he can't really cause that much harm by himself without his shadows. Wait, he won't take his shadows with him? It shouldn't be possible, since the portable portal can only be linked to one myth at a time. The shadows are included in that equation. Well, if he's not going to give me a goodnight kiss, I'm going to give him a goodnight kiss. You lean in and kiss him on the cheek. Who tenses up as you approach, but doesn't move away. He actually leans in so you can reach him better. You hold the kiss on his cheek for a few seconds. As he begins to pull away, Boo turns, looks at you shyly, and returns the kiss on your cheek. And good night, Kalla. You go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, and put on the pajamas they lent you the night before. It looks awesome on you. It's tight but comfy. Will Boo like it? You can't wait to see his reaction. But Boo is already asleep when you come back. Well, it's okay. You were tired. You get into bed and fall asleep right away. You sleep soundly, without any nightmares. Morning light streams in through the large windows of the office. You've slept for several hours and feel completely recharged. You listen to Boo's steady breathing. He's still asleep in the armchair next to you. You notice the space between you. At some point during the night, you must have ended up holding hands. How many hours have you been sleeping like this, linked together? A small smile slips from your lips. Careful not to wake him. You get up and go to the bathroom. You freshen up a bit and put on the clothes from the first day, which someone washed and folded during the gala. Boo isn't in the study when you come back. Perhaps he went to get changed as well? While you're finishing doing your hair, Boo pokes his head through the office door. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know when I can come in. I need to apply a hands-on approach. On the notebook. I mean, the notebook, to decipher it, you know. Yeah, come in, I'm all set. Boo enters the office and heads over to where you are beside the desk. I hope you slept well. Yep, I slept really well. I see. It had been a long time since I'd slept that well at night. I usually sleep better during the day. I mean, obviously, probably because you're tired. However, flirt. Was it because of me? It is possible. Yes. And this whole sleeping with company thing, it's actually quite nice. Well then, let's begin. A day may sound like a long time, but this encryption spell is extraordinarily complex. Oh, it's encrypted with a spell! Given the time and resources currently available, I'm afraid I'll only be able to decipher about a quarter of the notebook. We need to think very carefully about which section to choose. I want to make a save. How can we choose if we don't know what any of it says? Nah. The obvious choice would be the section with the sketch of the portable portal. Or the most recent pages. I think, yeah, the obvious choice would be the section with the sketch of the portable portal, wouldn't it? And I thought so too at first. But look at the paper and the ink. This section appears to have been written quite a long time ago. He probably already tried doing something with portable portals. Perhaps he even attempted to create one himself. It doesn't help to base our decision on which section is the most recent either. Part of the encryption spell's effect is that it shuffles the pages. Ooh! That's a tough encryption then, because you could end up with a bunch of, like, half sections. It's an exceptionally well-crafted spell, certainly. I wonder if he invented it himself. There's something in his voice that sounds like admiration mixed with concern. I don't know. I think we're going to have to take a risk. This section caught my attention. Judging by the way the paragraphs and diagrams are arranged, I suspect it's a spell of his own design. What if it's the spell he developed to override the portable portal's bond? In other words, to make it his instead of yours and Koru's. If that's the case, this entire section of notes could be related to his plan for tomorrow. I don't know. What do you think? Does that make sense? Yeah, let's do that. Decided. I'll start with the section that appears to contain a spell of his own design. Kalla? I'm afraid the next part is going to be rather boring. I'll be spending the next few hours quietly analysing the notebook. I'll understand if you'd rather go do something else. No, I want to stay with you. I can read a book. Who blushes and a small smile slips onto his face. It's obvious he wanted you to stay with him, even if he couldn't bring himself to ask directly. The owl heads toward the back of the room, where the sofa bed is, and picks up the armchair beside it. Wow. You watch in amazement as he carries it effortlessly toward the enormous wooden desk. The armchair must weigh close to 40 kilos, yet Boo doesn't seem the least bit bothered. As you watch, you can't help wondering whether his incredible strength comes from his size, the kind of myth he is, or simply from training far more than he lets on. Kalla? Hello? Boo's voice pulls you out of your thoughts. He's placed the armchair right beside the desk. You seemed lost in thought. I must have taken too long moving it. Sorry. Before you can answer, he takes your hand and gently tugs you along behind him. He stops in front of a wall of oak bookshelves packed with books. Take all the time you need. Pick whichever you like best. The ones you like best. Pick as many as you want. Boo turns and heads back to the desk. Before letting go of your hand, he pauses for a moment and strokes the back of it with his thumb. You take in the enormous book collection. It's impressive. The volumes are meticulously organised by subject, author, and catalogue number. You stop at the Myths and Legends section. It's one of the largest, spanning several entire bookshelves. Which book do you choose? Okay. We can have a save. Also, can't I just pick all of the above? So, Myths of the World, El Coco a Toledo. A legendary past, the influence of folklore and contemporary culture. Iberian Voices, a compendium of legends from the peninsula and the islands. I mean, I think I want the last one. The book is large and heavy. You barely managed to pull it from the shelf without losing your balance and falling off the ladder. You carry it back to the desk. Boo is already working on the notebook. Not wanting to distract him, you settle into the armchair in silence and open the book. A pleasant scent of old paper envelops you. Several hours pass without a word. You remain absorbed in your respective readings. The contents of your book are fascinating, but you find it difficult to concentrate. Your gaze keeps drifting back to Boo despite yourself. A soft lamplight falls across his skin, giving it a warm, inviting glow that makes your heart melt. You admire his ability to focus. His eyes shine as he carefully studies the notebook, occasionally tracing a spell across the pages with one hand. His concentration is impeccable. Though you could swear you catch him sneaking glances at you at least twice. The golden light of sunset is beginning to stream through the enormous windows when Boo finally looks up. I have it. Did you find Galco's location? More or less. I was right. That section of the notebook did contain a spell. What kind of spell is it? I'm afraid it has nothing to do with tomorrow's plan. It's a spell for creating a magical dome. The same kind of protection he used in the cave. To prevent teleportation, avoid detection through basic magic, trigger an alarm if someone uses magic within their range. That's very useful. Well, it will help us get closer to Galco and may prove useful in a fight, if it comes to that. But that will only matter if one of the others discovers his location. I'm afraid I've failed on that front. Spectacularly. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll figure it out. I hope so. But he doesn't sound very convinced. It doesn't matter. Let's focus on what we do have. We should test the dome spell. Make sure it actually works. But how? The spell won't affect me, since I'm the one who cast it. And neither you nor El Coco can use magic. We'll have to ask someone else for help. Well, if it's magic, we should probably ask Koru. Let's ask Koru. No. We'd better choose someone who isn't involved in the mission. We don't want to distract anyone. Zana could be a good choice. She's always willing to help. Let's go. I'll place the dome in the Great Hall to test its range, and then we'll go find her. You follow Boo to the hall where the GALA was held last night. The decorations have already been taken down, and it looks like an ordinary hall once more. Boo positions himself in the middle of the room. As he casts the dome, your thoughts drift back to last night's party. It's hard to believe that only 24 hours ago everyone was drinking, laughing, and having a wonderful time, and now the entire realm is in danger. Ready. Let's go find Zana. Boo takes your hand. The magic of teleportation envelops you. There's no sign of the fairy when you arrive. You move through the area with extreme caution, careful not to trigger any of the traps she mentioned. Nothing. It doesn't look like she's here. Or we could ask Drac. I'm not sure how busy they'll be at this hour. Boo takes your hand. You're about to teleport when you hear screams getting closer. Don't let go! Nope. Zana and Gamu come running up, panting. She drags him by the hand so he doesn't fall behind. Professor! Kalla, move! You obey as you look behind them. One of the terrifying shadows is chasing them at full speed. Zana leaps, lands on the exact spot you were standing a moment ago, and pulls a string hidden in the undergrowth. The ground beneath the terrifying shadow vanishes, making it fall into a hole similar to the one that trapped you 2 days ago. After a piercing groan, the spectre floats out and disappears into the darkness. That was really cool, bro. You're incredible. What happened? We were just walking around, chilling, and suddenly a bunch of shadows attacked us. Again. Yes, this has been going on the whole day. We don't see them until they're almost on top of us. They're so annoying. Although that might be our fault. We're a little... distracted. We're a little distracted today. Hannah glances at you sideways and a small smile slips out. Are you on a date? Well, yeah. Ah. Achievement for getting these two together. You're dating? I had no idea. Did you come together to the GALA? Well, not exactly. But that's where it all started. Kalla encouraged me to talk to Gamu. If not, this silly guy wouldn't have dared to make the move. I just thought you'd reject me. But I gave you plenty of hints. The only thing missing was a neon sign. I didn't know. How embarrassing. Then not understanding hints also applies to myths. Well, thanks a lot, Kalla. So, it was Kalla. Wow, you're full of surprises. I mean, it was obvious with both of them. Really? Karu did say something, now you mention it. Did you all notice but me? Well, and them, apparently. I mean, the closer you are to it, the more difficult it is to notice sometimes. That's wild. So embarrassing. Camus takes a few steps back, trying to hide his nervousness. Xana, what happened? Where are all these shadows? Everywhere. The beach forest, the beach, the lake. I've never seen so many together, I swear. Karu helped before, and Tiago, but they just keep coming and coming. Do you have any idea why it might be? Has something happened to Gaoko? Boo and you look at each other. Well, we're trying to deal with it. We can't give too many details, but it looks like Gaoko is trying to distract us. You haven't seen him today, have you? Oh, shoot. No, I haven't. But if I do see him, I'll let you know. Thank you. But we actually wanted to ask you for another favor. Boo fills Xana in on what he's learned about magic domes and explains how Xana can help you test whether it works. Oh, right. I get it now. You could swear she glances toward the ground, specifically at the hole where she made the shadow fall earlier. But she quickly composes herself. The professor doesn't seem to notice. All right, then it's settled. Gamu, are you coming too? I'd rather Gamu stay here so someone can keep an eye on the lake. Sure, no problem. Well, see you later, Gamu. And we'll see you in a few minutes, Xana. Oh, and Gamu, I'm happy for you two. You make an adorable couple. Thanks, bro. Thank you, Boo. See you in a bit. Boo takes your hand and makes you both disappear. You reappear in the Surrey's Great Hall. Even though you've already arrived, Boo doesn't let go of your hand. You can tell he's nervous. You're about to find out whether an entire day's work was for nothing. Several minutes pass without anything happening. Boo's grip on your hand tightens, probably without him realizing it. You give his hand a gentle squeeze in return, which seems to pull him from his thoughts. He relaxes his grip and strokes your hand with his thumb. The soft sound of knocking at the garden door startles you. You exchange a confused glance and head over to answer it. Yes? Professor, next time we should agree on what to do if the magic dome actually works. I've been stuck out here for quite a while. Sorry, Xana. Professor Boo bursts out laughing. The sound fills you with tenderness. Forgive me, Xana, but this is wonderful news. It means the magic dome works. Oh, it definitely works. I couldn't teleport at all. Every time I tried, I ended up in the hallway or out here. Yes. Sorry, I see. Yes. I understand his behavior now. This is fantastic. Thank you very much, Xana. This has been incredibly helpful. Yeah, now Boo doesn't have to deal with people teleporting into his study without warning anymore. You're welcome. In return, can you tell me what all the fuss is about? What's going on with Gaoko? Well, we were trying not to share too many details. But I think I'm going to need your help after all. I'll explain everything, but you have to promise to keep an open mind. I know you and Gaoko are close. Well, yes, he's always treated me well. But I know he can go too far sometimes, especially today with the shadows. Exactly. Boo brings Xana up to speed on everything. The theft of the portable portal, the visit to the cave, the search plan. The fairy listens attentively. I see now. Wow, what a disappointment. Xana, could you bring Gamu and Drac up to speed? If we do manage to locate Gaoko, I'll need your help with something else while I'm away. But only them, please. You're the ones I trust. Of course. I'll go right away. Thank you for trusting us, Professor. No, thank you all. Xana waves goodbye and vanishes in a burst of light. All right, let's head back inside. Who takes your hand and leads you back into the Cerro? Once again, you notice that his grip is tenser than usual. Why? The spell worked. He managed to recreate the magic dome. You watch him as the two of you walk silently down the corridor. You could swear he's avoiding your gaze. He just keeps moving faster and faster without looking back. His strides are so long that you practically have to jog to keep up. He doesn't seem to notice until you reach the office. Oh, Kalla, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize... It's okay, I'm a nervous wreck too. It's just... I can't stop thinking about what Xana said earlier at the lake. She mentioned that Koru and Tiago have been helping deal with the shadow situation. Well, I can see what's wrong with that. That means they haven't been able to do the things that they were intending on doing. Yeah, that was kind of them. Well, if that's the case, they got distracted, didn't they? I know Tiago. He would never ignore someone who needs help. If the shadows have been causing chaos all over the realm, there's a very good chance he hasn't finished all of his magical analyses. Let's go ask them about it. I don't know. I know we've done everything we could, but I can't stop thinking there's a very good chance we won't find Galco. And I can't help blaming myself for it. For not choosing the right section of the notebook. And for not being able to decipher all of it. Is there anything I can do to help? Thank you, Kalla. But it's not something you can help with. It depends on me. On this body. What do you mean? I'm referring to my human form. My cognitive abilities are significantly reduced when I take on my human form. It's not just that my brain becomes smaller. Part of its energy is actively devoted to maintaining this form. Oh, so you're saying you could do more if you became a giant owl? Please go ahead. Decades ago, in my original form, I would have been able to decipher the entire notebook in a matter of hours. That's great, let's do that then. It's not that simple, Kalla. You already know I haven't taken my original form in decades. But now you have a reason to. Kalla, I can't. It's not just because of you. I'm terrified that someone might walk in unexpectedly and see me transformed. Even if I managed to work up the courage to try, I don't think that fear would let me transform. But you have a magic dome that's preventing people from just teleporting in here, though. I mean, I know that doesn't really help, because your brain is probably still gonna go on about it. I've spent so many years suppressing that form. Terrified someone might see it, that I think my mind would simply shut down unless I knew for certain I was somewhere completely hidden. What if you turned off the lights? What if we went to a cave? Yeah, what if we went to a cave? There's no cave that would guarantee complete privacy. A lot of myths are fond of caves, so they tend to explore them. Ideally, I'd be able to use the Cerro, my own home, but aside from Tiago and Drac, everyone has this habit of teleporting here as if they own the place. I've told them 1,000 times to use the door or the garden entrance, but it never works. I have no privacy, Kalla. I know it sounds silly, but it's very important to me. I'm constantly on edge. I never know when someone's going to appear behind me. Yeah, I understand. It's like being forced to leave your front door open all the time. Exactly. Because of teleportation magic, it's as if doors don't exist in the magical realm. I wish there was some way to guarantee complete privacy. Actually, didn't you just unlock exactly that? Of course. Kalla, you're brilliant, of course. The magic dome. If I stay within the protected area, I should feel safe enough for the transformation to take hold. Well, no. Actually, no. Look at Gaoko. Yes, his cave was protected, but all we had to do was teleport outside and walk around. There's nothing stopping someone else from doing the same. Yeah, what if I stand guard at the door? Yes, that might work. But Boo doesn't sound entirely convinced. He stares down at one of his shoes and gives a small shrug. You can talk to me, Boo. Kalla, in order to agree to this, I'm going to place my complete trust in you and in your promise not to enter or let anyone else enter. Oop, I think I accidentally skipped a line. Nope. Everything we've discussed makes sense. The magic dome will prevent anyone from teleporting right under my nose, but the plan as a whole still isn't a 100% guarantee, because it depends on you. On you keeping your word. I guess I don't get to see a giant owl. But that's fine. I've decided to trust you, Kalla. I know we haven't known each other for very long, but you didn't judge me when we first met, and I see honesty in your eyes. That's why I'm willing to go through with this. But I'm aware of the power of curiosity, and I'm also aware of how persistent people can be. I'm begging you, don't open the door. Don't come in and don't let anyone else in. If you do, there will be no turning back. There won't be any promise capable of making me try again. Nothing that could convince my mind that things would be different this time. And nothing that could give me enough certainty to allow myself to transform. Boo turns around, picks up Gaoko's notebook, and heads for the office door. Come on, let's go before I change my mind. Where are we going? The office won't work. It's too small. My original form won't fit within these four walls. The only place in the entire Cerro where I fit is the GALA hall. I'll bolt the garden door, so you'll only have to keep watch over the entrance from the corridor, the one without a lock. You follow Boo through the corridor until you reach the Great Hall once more. This time he makes an effort not to walk too fast, but it's obvious how nervous he is, almost to the point of hyperventilating. He remains silent. You don't want to risk saying something that might make him change his mind. Thank goodness the magic dome is already in place. And I'm so nervous that if I stop to do anything else, I'll end up backing out. And besides, it reassures me to know that it works. Kalla, I thank you. This could make all the difference between success and failure. Stay strong while you wait. Before you barely have time to react, he steps in front of you, bends down, and presses a kiss to your forehead. Ooh, another forehead kiss. He pulls away almost immediately without meeting your eyes, then shuts himself inside the great hall with a loud slam of the door. Well, now all that's left to do is wait. You sit down in front of the door. Damn it, you should have brought a book. But it's too late for that now. Or maybe not. What if you went to fetch one from the office? It's on the other side of the Cerro, but it wouldn't take that long, would it? Oh no, we are keeping our promise. You resist the temptation and wait patiently. You gave him your word. You never know when someone might show up. The boredom is starting to get to you when someone teleports into the middle of the corridor.
Oh.
Hi, Kalla. How's it going? Do you know where Boo is? And is everything okay? I teleported to the garden like he always asks us to, but no one answered the door. I didn't want to teleport into the office in case the professor was busy, so I figured I'd try the hallway instead. Good call. I'm sure he'll appreciate the gesture. I've come to report back to the professor. I'm afraid today's plan didn't go as expected. Can I speak with him? He asked me not to distract him. I'll pass the message along. Sure, of course. Unfortunately, there isn't much to report. I got sidetracked dealing with a whole host of shadows, so I wasn't able to complete all the magical tracings. A protective hero like myself couldn't ignore calls for help. I'm sure you understand. Of course, it must have been a difficult choice. It was. Thank you for understanding. I was able to help a great many people, but... The thing is, I haven't found Galco. I'll keep searching all night, but it's not looking promising. I wanted to let you know. And what about you? Any luck with the notebook? We're working on it. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. I'll let you get back to it. I should return to my search as well. Good luck, Kalla. Tiago disappears in a burst of light. You keep waiting, watching the door. You don't hear a single sound from inside. Could he have transformed already? Or what if you just took a tiny peek? A sharp click of heels at the end of the corridor interrupts your thoughts. A moment later, Joanna is standing beside you. Hey, mortal. Mind telling me where the professor is? I teleported to the office, but there was no one there. And if you've done anything to him, I swear. Why do you keep teleporting into the office if he hates it so much? Don't question me, mortal. Is the professor in there? I need to speak with him. Can't let you through. Professor's orders. Are you giving me orders? Not me, the professor. I am just passing along the message. I respect your determination, mortal, and your consideration for the professor's wishes. I'll give the message to you and you can pass it on to the professor. Tell him that I've already gathered enough Iguzkilars. And before you ask, no, I haven't found Galco. Even though it wasn't my assignment, I asked people I collected the Iguzkilars from, but none of them knew anything. I'll trust Tiago or Boo to succeed. Before you can even open your mouth to reply, she disappears in a burst of light. Once again, you're left alone in the corridor, with nothing but a closed door for company. Boredom begins to creep in. Man, you wish old Coco were here with you. That little gremlin is endlessly entertaining. Wait a second, that's right. El Coco. Where is he? You haven't seen him all day. Is he okay? It's not like the little monster to stay quiet for this long. As though your thoughts had summoned him, El Coco comes sprinting down the corridor. Kari was right behind him, trying to catch him in her arms. El Coco! Get back here this instant! El Coco! Kalla! How's it going? The professor is in there, right? I've got something to tell him. He's going to lose his mind. Well, you too, of course. It's about magic, and since you're human, I'm sure you'll love it. Although, humans go crazy for anything related to magic, so maybe it won't be that special for you either. Hell, whatever. Let's go talk to him. Kari starts moving toward the door of the Great Hall. Can't let you through. Professor's orders. Huh? What's that about? Do you think he might be listening to Taylor Swift to help him concentrate? Whatever. I'll tell him tomorrow. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. I spent the day chasing shadows around. Good night, Kari. Sleep well. El Coco, come on. I'll take you to bed. El Coco. Honestly, I'm kind of glad Boo didn't see me. He definitely would have scolded me for taking El Coco around with me all day. Ah, so that's where you've been all day. Doubt Boo even noticed. Probably for the best. He would have worried himself sick. See you tomorrow, Kalla. Good night. The little witch takes advantage of El Coco being distracted to scoop him up into her arms, then skips away down the corridor with him. Once again, you're left alone in the corridor with your thoughts. Well, so none of the others managed to find Gauko. Suddenly, your mission with Boost feels far more important. Everything depends on him finding the location before tomorrow. You keep waiting. You have no idea how many hours have passed, but it's becoming harder and harder to fight off sleep. And your curiosity. All kinds of images fill your mind as you imagine what Boo's original form might look like. Not opening that door takes every ounce of your willpower. You couldn't betray his trust. Unless... what if you just took a tiny peek? He's been in there for hours already. Surely he's gotten used to it by now. He wouldn't mind, would he? Especially if he never finds out. Save. I might want to come back to this later. I will be respecting his wishes and waiting for him to come get me. A few minutes later, the door opens and Boo appears. Human Boo, with a huge smile on his face. Oh, he would have definitely caught me looking then. I got it. Yes! Actually, it makes perfect sense. I don't know how I didn't realize it sooner. Is the place we're going to find Gauko the actual proper portal? But what matters is we figured it out in time and we'll be able to stop it. Thank you, Kalla. I truly appreciate that you didn't betray my trust. How was the wait? Were you terribly bored? A little, but it's okay. I thought I heard the others' voices. I take it they tried to come in? They told me they haven't found Gauko.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank goodness we did this, Kalla. But I'm really glad I trusted you. Thank you. Now will you trust me enough to let me see a giant owl, please?
Mm-hmm.
We have everything we need. Now we can get some rest and recover our strength for tomorrow. Kalla, what's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? I'd like to see your original form. Actually, I understand. I'd be curious too if I were in your position. And part of it is my fault. I've spoken about my myth form with such mystery and secrecy that I've only made you more curious. But it's really not that big a deal. Does that mean you've made peace with it?
Mm-mm.
I think we're still a long way from that. But I do feel like I've taken a big first step. Knowing that I was able to use my monster form to do something good, and to help someone, it makes me hate it a little less. And what you did today, it means a great deal, Kalla. So, if anyone is going to see my original form after all this time, I want you to be the first. Come with me. Boo takes your hand, or rather he threads his fingers through yours and, after a gentle caress, tugs softly, inviting you to follow him to the Great Hall. He stops before even reaching the center of the room and lets go of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Stay here. Going any farther would be dangerous. I could crush you. Boo walks towards the center of the hall, stops, and takes a deep breath. Please, don't be afraid. Giant owl time! Giant owl time! The light envelops Boo, first his face, then his torso, then his limbs. But it doesn't stop there. The glow keeps growing and growing until it fills 2/3 of the hall. It's almost blinding, but you force yourself to keep looking. Hey! Achievement. The light fades. You blink. Okay, I can see why they called you Mothman. Before you stands an enormous owl with silver plumage and crimson eyes. Eyes filled with anticipation, yet touched by a faint sadness. Oh yeah, you are beautiful. You hear Boo's voice. It isn't coming from the creature. Instead, it echoes directly inside your mind. Beautiful. This is the skin of a killer, Kalla. His eyes could hypnotize you. You've never seen anything like them. I think it's going to be the first one. As tempting as the question of how embarrassed you would get if I picked the third one is, I know you won't hurt me, but I understand why others might find you intimidating. No, no, shoot, no, no, no. I regret my actions. I regret my actions.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the flirt option, given the other one seemed to make him sad. Would it be very strange if I said I find you attractive? Blushy owl, blushy owl. The owl blushes and your heart melts. Yes, may I pet you, please? I wish to touch the owl. Out of scientific curiosity? I would be lying if I said it was only scientific curiosity. You can pet me. You run your hand through his plumage, feeling how soft yet sturdy it is. You feel the creature relaxing beneath your touch. You weave your fingers through the smaller feathers near his head. He tilts his neck, seeking out your caresses. You step closer and rest your forehead against his breast, his feathers brushing softly against your cheeks. You close your eyes and allow yourself to breathe in his scent. He still smells like Boo. Like paper, like books, mixed with something sweet like honey. The intimacy that has grown between the two of you makes you feel at home. He wraps his wings around you and a sigh escapes your lips in that warm sea of darkness. Oh, sorry, have I made you uncomfortable? I'm so sorry. You have not made me uncomfortable, and I would like to continue petting you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You reach out with your hand, still trembling slightly, and bring it to the space between the great bird's eyes. You gently stroke its beak. Your heart fills with tenderness when you feel it shiver. Without even thinking about it, you wrap your arms around its dense plumage and pull it into an embrace. It's like hugging a cloud. You stay like that for a while, without exchanging a single word. Just gentle caresses through the feathers. When you notice he's starting to tire, you take a step back. The professor returns to his human form so quickly you barely catch a glimpse of the transformation. And you're a magnificent creature. Thank you. You too. No, I mean I was referring to the magnificent part, not the creature part. I mean, technically you are a creature, a human creature, but you know what I mean. Who takes a few seconds to find the right words. You have a radiant soul. Thank you for being patient with me, for giving me space without leaving me alone. And most of all, thank you for not judging me. Let's get some sleep. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. You follow Boo down the corridor. You can tell he's nervous, but he's doing his best to keep the conversation going. I'm glad El Coco didn't get to see my myth form. Would he have been scared?
Mm-mm.
Well, not exactly. If El Coco saw my myth form, he'd think I was a giant chicken and try to eat me. Oh. He wouldn't actually be able to hurt me, of course, because of the size difference. But he'd get so excited that getting him to sleep afterward would be impossible. You arrive at the office, who closes the door behind him, walks with you to the back of the room, and pauses as he looks at the sofa bed. Kalla, are you sleepy, or would you like to chat for a little while? Yeah, let's chat for a little bit. Welcome back, Nick. You missed a cheek kiss, a forehead kiss, and petting a giant owl. You missed so many things. Who blushes? You notice his hands trembling as he approaches the sofa bed. I mean, the one thing I'm sad about is I didn't get to kiss the giant owl. Did get to hug it. Did get to pet it. Did get to tell it it was beautiful. Sure, that was a hoot. Yes, it was. Who blushes? You notice his hands trembling as he approaches the sofa bed. He sits on it and leans his back against the wall. He pats the empty space next to him, signalling for you to sit beside him. Absolutely. You feel the warmth radiating from his stocky body. Even though it's summer, it isn't uncomfortable. In fact, it's the opposite. That closeness feels comforting. You notice his breathing quicken as he shifts slightly to get closer. He leans his face closer to yours, and you unconsciously close your eyes. Ooh, are we getting a kiss on the lips this time? Nope. Darn. Seconds pass, and the warmth you'd felt drawing closer never reaches your lips. In fact, you notice it pulling away. Done. You had a feather in your hair, probably from before. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for you to get it dirty. Can I keep the feather, please? Who glances around nervously. Well, what should we talk about? Tell me something about yourself. What are your hobbies? I like reading. Me too. What kind of books do you like? What do we go for? Because all of these are kind of accurate. Heavier on the fantasy than the romance. I think we're gonna go with mystery novels. How interesting. Well, what else would you like to talk about? And before you can answer, a huge yawn escapes you. Oh, Kalla, forgive me. I've done it again. Since I'm not sleepy, I've kept you up talking when you're probably desperate to get some rest. Especially after everything that happened today. I'm not just talking about my owl form, but everything involving Galco. Just because we found his location doesn't mean we'll be able to make him see reason. You must be terribly anxious. And so am I. I'm very worried about your realm, Kalla. I'm worried we won't be able to save him, that all of this will have been for nothing, that you won't have a home to return to. You'll always have a home here, of course, but I understand that you want to return to your loved ones and make sure they're safe. Boo keeps rambling, and he's starting to hyperventilate. You notice his body get growing tense, more tense than usual. A protective instinct sparks within you, and you feel the urge to comfort him. Yep. More hugs, more hugs, more hugs. Head pats, actually. Ha! You gently stroke his hair. Wait, that was a Boo liked that twice! Boo blushes, but he doesn't pull away. On the contrary, he tilts his head so it's more comfortable for you. This is basically just a continuation of petting the giant owl. You stay like that for several minutes, saying nothing. Boo's hair is smooth and silky. He shivers when you start caressing the zone by his neck. He surrounds you with a trembling arm and pulls you closer to him, until your head is resting on his wide chest. His body slowly relaxes, and his breathing settles into a calmer rhythm, until he falls asleep. Well, it's time for you to go to sleep too. You should move over to the armchair. Who can have the sofa bed? Wait, how did you get up without disturbing his sleep? He's hugging your back and half your body is resting on his torso. How can you avoid waking him? Is it better to move away slowly or with a quick, sharp motion? I mean, we could stay here. You keep turning it over in your mind as sleep begins to take over. You dream of a magnificent winged creature. Its welcoming red eyes gaze at you with affection. The enormous owl nods its head, inviting you to climb onto its back. I hope you're not afraid of heights. Yes, cool owl and very cute when it blushes. Blushy owl. Kalla. Professor. Oh, someone walked in on us. Good morning. What time is it? Where were you? Slowly opening your eyes. Tiago stands in front of you, eyeing the pillow you're hugging with a questioning look. What's with that smirk? You glance to your side, and instead of a pillow, you see Boo. His arm still wrapped around your back as he starts to stretch and wake up. We have been walked in on while snuggling. Your eyes meet and you both startle at the same time as you realize what's happening. I see. The pond is going swimmingly between you two. I would like to continue snuggling with a bit. Whose body shivers beneath your embrace. I mean, look, Tiana's already walked in on us. No use getting embarrassed now. Tiago, we just fell asleep without meaning to. It was a very long day. Sure, of course. Well, if you don't want everyone else to demand explanations from you, and to believe them as little as I do, I recommend you start getting ready. They're about to arrive. Yes. Let's go. You get up from the sofa bed, you go to the bathroom where you clean up and tidy yourself up a bit. When you return to the office, the rest of the group is already there. I'm gonna go get myself some more water. I will be right back. And I'm back. Right. Well, the moment has come. Keller already told me what you said last night, but have there been any updates during the night or this morning? On our side, we found a very interesting spell in Galco's notebook. What spell? I managed to decipher part of the notebook that talked about the magical domes. I already know how Galco makes them. That's so cool! It is. I don't have enough power to cover a large area like he does, but I think I could make a small one to protect us tonight. Well, that's if we can find him. A dome is useless if we don't know where to use it. You look at Boo. Why isn't he telling them the whole story? That you have Gauko's location? Let's let him do it. Boo winks at you in gratitude. His eyes are shining, but he bites his tongue behind that restrained smile. He is playing hard to get. You're touched by how much he's enjoying this. Don't ask me. My job was to collect a bunch of Iggy's claws, and I've done it. Well, we did have to search for the place among all. Better a steady donkey than a wild horse. I've secured the weapons. Next. I haven't figured out the location either, but I've learned how to do something. Karu approaches El Coco, touches him, and El Coco disappears. Karu, no! Where did you send him? Karu, honey, it's great that you've got your teleportation power under control. But now we can't go looking for El Coco all over the realm. Karu laughs. Hey, Coco! Everyone starts looking around, searching for El Coco in the room. Karu brings his hand to the exact spot where El Coco disappeared, and the little monster reappears. That would be an invisibility spell. How? Invisibility. All this time, I haven't been moving El Coco, or the Light of Ages, or any object. Professor, you didn't detect any teleportation magic because there never was any. I was just making them invisible without realizing it. Karu, this is amazing. It sure is. It gives us an incredible advantage for tonight. Good work, Karu.
Oh.
Does that mean you've mastered a new power? Where did it come from? The legend of La Encaruja doesn't mention anything about invisibility. That's the point. That's part of the power of the flame. Everyone looks at her in surprise. Do you know the secret behind my transformations? It's not that I actually transform into anything. It's just an optical illusion. I've used the same concept for invisibility. It creates sort of a mirror effect, and the object is still there, but it reflects the surrounding light and remains hidden. I've been doing this all along without realizing it, and now I know how to control it. I get it now. It's incredible, Karu, really. Well, yeah, okay, thanks. But it's useless if we don't have a place for tonight. I should have focused on the search. Karu, don't say that. Of course it's useful. Exactly. It's a great achievement. Still, if we don't find Gauko soon... I didn't find him. I'm so sorry. The region was all shrouded in shadows, and people needed help. And you got distracted with that? The mission was far more important. Yes, I know. I'm so sorry, I lost track of time. I kept looking this morning, but nothing. Oh, we've got the place. Everyone turns to look at you, speechless. Pooh flashes a huge smile. Although he's usually shy, this time he's reveling in all the attention. You explain what you found out and your theory about it. Of course, it makes perfect sense. How did we not think of that before? Once again, we the player has not been told this information. We the character knows this information, and I'm pretty sure the answer is just the regular ass portal. Given how people are reacting to the information. That scoundrel! We have to go stop him right now. He doesn't plan on doing anything until nightfall. We have time to get ready. And besides, we have to wait for the others. They should be here any moment. The others?
Oh.
Professor, we're here. Just in time. Let's go. You walk down the hallway until you reach the large room you've already become completely familiar with. In the center, you find Drac, Xana, and Gamu. Hi! Professor, have you told them? They're our friends. They can know. Are they joining the fight? There won't be a fight. The goal is to talk to him. But no, they've come for something else. You know what day it is today, don't you? The day we're going to break Galco's legs. No, we're not going to break anything on anyone. Only if he doesn't cooperate. That's not what I meant. Man, the horse legend talking about breaking people's legs. It's probably the biggest threat she can think of. It's St. John's Eve. Right, and what happens on St. John's Eve? You'll have to be more specific, Professor. Tonight, the cycle of purification of the Light of Ages ends.
Oh.
Oh, right, yes. What does that mean? It's the last night the light will show abnormal behavior. It happens every year during the San Juan Eve. It's as if it goes crazy. I need that data for my research. But since there was a chance we might have to deal with Galco, I asked them to come take the measurements. And here we are. You can count on us. Did you manage to track him down in the end? Who fills them in on what Tiago and you have discovered and what the plan is going to be? Thank you for coming. Our problems don't end after stopping Galco. The light is suffering, and I intend to find out what's wrong with it. Besides, this way they can also take care of El Coco. El Coco! And Kalla. No! You can't leave me behind! Rude! Everyone turns to look at Boo, uncertain, and at you too. The situation has become awkward in a matter of seconds. You feel a knot in your stomach. Don't they want you to go with them? Of course, it makes sense. You'd only get in the way. This isn't a game, and it could turn into a battle. I want to go. I could help. I mean, I'm probably going to get in the way, though. I want to go. I want to go with you. I could help. Are you sure, Kalla? I mean, I'd love for you to come, but it'll be dangerous. If you want to stay with them at the Cerro, we'll understand. Don't include me in that. I think Kalla should come. Juana wants Kalla with us? A human? This human is an invaluable support. There's a better chance of winning. Exactly! Kalla has proven to be quite useful so far. Man, Joanna likes me now. Well, actually, like might be too strong a word. She thinks she can use me. That I will be useful. Yeah, that's close enough to her liking me. It's your decision, Kalla. Don't feel pressured. I'm getting the feeling I might want to save here. I'm coming with you. I want to help. Everyone liked that. Kalla, thank you. Alright, let's go. Hey all, watch out for Karu's new trick. The little witch blushes while Drac, Zana and Gamu watch her with interest. It takes her a few seconds to start moving. She approaches Joanna, touches her, and the woman disappears. Karu turns and does the same to Tiago.
Huh?
Karu, what?
Ah.
Where did she send them? To Galco? We'll all go there together. Drac and Gamu are puzzled, but Zana seems to have figured it out. Her eyes shine with excitement. Oh, cool!
Huh?
What? Bro, I don't get it. I'll explain it to you later. Karu touches Boo and you with her hand and makes you invisible. Finally, she slaps his cheek with her palm and disappears. Bye, folks. Wish us luck. You get ready to teleport, but it's a little more complicated than usual. After a few head-on collisions, accidental inappropriate brushes, and quite a few awkward laughs, the five of you manage to form a circle and hold hands. Kind of sounds like maybe we should have figured that one out while everyone was still visible. Next time, let's do this in reverse order. Still with Senna's laughter in the background, a magical flash surrounds you. This time, you truly disappear. You find yourselves in a lush, green and magical setting. You are completely surrounded by shadows. Karu flinches, Joanna pulls out an Iguscular, and Boo and Tiago tense up. But the shadows ignore you. Wouldn't have hurt to have planned what? I mean, we managed a lot of planning, but not for that. Karu's spell is working. In the distance, half hidden among the dense vegetation, the remains of an ancient stone structure emerge. Only a massive arch remains standing. And at the base of one of its walls, Galco is fiddling with something. He's also still wearing what he was wearing for the gala. He doesn't seem to have noticed your arrival. He continues working on whatever he's doing, just like the shadows, which keep calmly patrolling without detecting you. Karu, you're the best. The little witch blushes and gives a small smile. How is it that they don't detect us either? It seems the magical dome is working too. They can't detect or hear us. Using his own spells against him. How poetic. I've also modified it so we can see each other. I don't want any more surprise brushes. You slowly approach Galco, who still hasn't noticed your presence. He's distracted. Let's attack now. Joanna, no. We agreed we'd try talking first. I didn't agree to anything. It was just your suggestion. We agreed on it implicitly.
Oh.
Of course you're going to defend him. What are you implying? We should at least immobilize him, shouldn't we? With the Agiskalars? Karu is the only one with common sense. Joanna is speaking directly to you. Or is she not? I am making a significant number of saves here. Well, I mean, obviously I'm going to go with what Boo wants to do. Let's ask for an explanation, cordially. Boo and Tiago liked that, and Johanna and Karu did not. It won't be of any use. 3 against 2. The tie is broken. At least grab a few each, just in case. It's a more than appropriate number of saves. Yeah. That's true. It's more that I keep making saves going, maybe I should come back to this later and see what happens the other way. Joanna takes out a bunch of Agiscular from her bag and hands them out to the group. You tuck a few into your pockets and leave the last 2 out, 1 for each hand. And remember, putting them close to him is enough to negate his powers. Don't touch his skin with them, it's not like we want to kill him. On stream or in my own time? Good question. I don't have an answer to that right now. You approach Galco. Boo takes a breath, ready to speak. All right, tell me. I'm listening. You startle. You don't know whether it's from shock or resignation, but Kara removed the invisibility from you. Ha! Were you under the impression I hadn't noticed your presence? Boo turns red, and you can't tell if it's from embarrassment, helplessness, or anger for having failed with the dome. How? The magical dome is my spell, Owl. My creation. Its formula is designed so I am not affected by it. It might have worked against my shadows. It has definitely allowed you to get this far, but it was never going to work against me. You doomed yourselves the moment you came closer. Although I must admit I feel some curiosity. How did you incorporate invisibility, Owl? What kind of modification did you apply to my spell? Tell me. That technique will be very useful during my mission in the human realm. Don't tell him. It doesn't matter, Joanna. He won't be able to replicate it. We can tell him. Boo explains Karu's new technique. Is he trying to buy time, gain sympathy, or both? Yoko listens carefully, and you'd swear you see a glimpse of admiration in his eyes.
Oh.
I congratulate you, little witch. I am impressed. Don't mock her. It doesn't feel like mockery to you. His gaze is genuine. Gaoko, can we talk? Say whatever you need to say, but refrain from doing anything strange. It's better than nothing. We have to make him see reason. Gaoko, you don't need to do this. This has been my goal for decades, dog. I'm puzzled you're so surprised. It's just... Oh, this is different. All of a sudden you're taking this way too seriously. Did you think I was joking? No, but you've never gone this far before. You've never betrayed us like this. We've always tried to be understanding with you. I told you he wasn't behaving out of respect. He was behaving that way because the opportunity hadn't come up yet. And he's always been a malicious, unpresentable egoist. Joanna. A shadow of sadness passes through Gaoko's eyes, but he quickly conceals it. Right. Exactly. That's the opinion you have of me. You've always had it. You have no right to complain. I'm just making my behavior match that opinion. The invasion of the human realm is a necessity. It is inevitable. I have my reasons, and you have yours for trying to stop me, but I won't allow it. Even so, you have my admiration. I didn't anticipate that you would reach me so easily. I am deeply intrigued. How did you figure out my location? Well, I mean, it wasn't a particularly difficult guess to make. I mean, we didn't get it by a guess. I got it by a guess. But Boo actually figured it out. This place has been abandoned for years. No one has shown interest in it for decades. Okay, actually, so so wait, this isn't the portal. Ah, okay, I was wrong. Much less with someone who already has a portable portal in their possession. Okay, actually, maybe it is the portal. I'm puzzled that you've managed to uncover my strategy. Didn't you notice, Gaoko? You lost a very interesting notebook. I knew it. I knew that would lead to trouble. How did you manage to decipher it? By my estimation, it should have taken you days. Under normal circumstances, yes. But I remind you that my mental capacity increases significantly when I take on my owl form. Yes, I know. But I also know you hadn't transformed in decades. I'm surprised you changed your mind even in a situation like this. We owe that to Kalla, without whose help I would never have dared transform myself again. Now I understand. This is all due to my Mighty's contribution. The God of Darkness turns to you. You've given me more trouble than I expected. I should have taken care of you as soon as I had the chance at the JLA. You wretch! You were such a helpless little creature, there unsupervised with that human fragility. I could have taken you with me, or even incapacitated you. Shut up! Professor, no! Uh-oh. Boo lunges at Galco, red with rage. He doesn't get very far. With a subtle flick of his wrist, Galco commands the shadows to seize you all. The shadow holding Tiago tries to cover his mouth, but it doesn't move in time. Tiago manages to howl. All the shadows tremble and blur. Galco flinches and moves his wrist to summon the shadows again, but something stops him and makes him wince in pain. Joanna has taken advantage of the chaos to bring one of the Aegiscalor closer to the god of darkness. The shadow holding her back tries to close in, but the howl has slowed it down. Galco crawls toward the bushes, managing to get far enough out of the flower's reach, and reactivates his powers. Chaos erupts. Tiago uses his howl and his strength to keep the shadows under control. Joanna pursues Galco with the Aegiscalor while he moves at extraordinary speed, thanks to his ability to merge with the shadows. 3 shadows try to restrain Boo, who is reading a spell from a grimoire in Old Spanish, while trying to break free. He stays close to Tiago. At first you assume he is doing it to protect himself with his howl, but you soon understand the spell's purpose. As soon as the professor finishes reciting it, Tiago's howl amplifies like a loudspeaker. Thank you. Over to one side, Karu has summoned her little fire and is waving her hand around, trying to keep the shadows at bay. The professor's spell also affects the flame, which intensifies and causes the shadows around her to flee. Great! You look at your own hands. You're still holding the Aegiscalors that Joanna gave you a little while ago. Oh, let's get stuck in. Everyone liked that? You run towards Galco with the Aegiscalors in your hands. The god of darkness tries to get away, but Joanna approaches from the opposite direction. His escape routes are limited. Good, Kalla, very good. Let's keep it up. A shadow tries to grab you from behind. You turn around just in time to see Tiago stop it. Focus on him, we'll take care of them. Galco manages to slip away, but it's getting harder and harder for him to move, and to control his shadows. You don't know how much time has passed, but night is falling. You keep gaining ground on him little by little. He's losing control over the shadows, who are being defeated by Tiago and Karu. When Professor Boo manages to break free from them, he joins Joanna and you with his own Aegiscalors. Galco, stop. We can settle this in a civilized way. Your intelligence doesn't match your lack of understanding of the situation, Owl. The 3 of you manage to corner him against the great stone arch. Galco loses what little control he had left, and all the shadows fade away. Tiago and Karu approach him with their Aegiscalors. It's over, Galco. Please stop resisting. He won't stop. We have to incapacitate him. Joanna, and how do you suggest we do that? It sounds excessive. So what if it's excessive? It's not like we haven't given him plenty of chances already. He's taking advantage of your naivete. He does these things because he knows there won't be any consequences. There are no these things. This is the first time he's done something like this. There has to be an explanation. Tiago keeps his eyes on Galco, still held against the portal. His eyes are filled with sorrow. Let's hear what he has to say. Galco liked that, apparently. All right, but don't try anything funny, Galco. You move the Aegis just enough to allow him to speak. You're fools. Joanna steps forward with her Aegis, but Tiago stops her. Let her, dog. At least she is the only one showing any initiative. Unlike the rest of you, who merely apply superficial solutions to the problem while our time runs out. What are you talking about? You're the problem. We're dealing with it right now. I'm the least of your problems. While you're chasing me and berating me, our realm is disappearing. And you're doing nothing. Nothing. The professor has been researching for years. The owl loves to research, but hates to act. Any amount of information will be useless if we succumb. Ashes have no use for empty data. The professor looks away, ashamed. Don't talk to him like that. It's the truth. I had to end up taking matters into my own hands, and yet you have the audacity to reproach me for it. What are you talking about? I've shared enough. Galco, say it. You wouldn't understand. Galco makes a move as if to turn away. How are we getting that information? Are we being nice or are we torturing it out of him? And do I want to make a save? Yes. Please, Galco, we deserve to know. You don't deserve anything. The way I'm being treated is intolerable. You want to invade my realm, I deserve to know why. I must admit, that's a reasonable argument, my dear. All right, I'll explain. But only because my dear is asking. They all look at him with hatred, but Galco responds with a mischievous smile. And, it seems, a slight blush. Galco stands up and begins to walk around the great stone portal. He strokes one of its pillars and smiles to himself. This arch is our salvation. I found out why the Light of Ages is dying. Professor Boo's shoulders tense. Okay, let me take a guess. The Light of Ages is dying because people are stopping believing in the legends. That's my bet. Placing it now. And so Galco thinks that if he goes through the portal and causes chaos, then the belief will come back. Is that it? Is that it? Ow. It wasn't that hard, Professor. Galco, don't push it. Leave it, Joanna. Explain yourself. The God of Darkness laughs. It was obvious you wouldn't be able to resist. Tell me, aren't you curious to know where our beloved Light of Ages comes from? Of course. Every myth has wondered at some point. It's a mystery. One we've never managed to solve. Galco flashes a huge smile. The light of ages comes directly from the primal bonfire.
Eh?
What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about when humans first gathered to tell stories around a bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
Those stories gave them security, created community and tradition, and gave them hope. The bonfire also protected them from the darkness, from the shadows. My research has determined that the first bonfire, the primal fire, is what we now call the Light of Ages. So, what's wrong with the Light of Ages?
Mm-hmm.
The Light of Ages feeds on human beliefs. Yes! I was right! The primal fire burned because of and for the tales of mortals. The stories that gave rise to our existence. And so it continued to burn for years, endowing us with magic and life, fueled by human ideology. Unfortunately, humans remember fewer and fewer myths and legends as time passes. Their evolution has provided them with other methods to gain security, control, and entertainment. They no longer yearn for community and tradition. Their fast-paced lifestyle is replacing those values. Values that will soon vanish completely, and with them the light of ages. And all of us. Tiago looks at Gaoko skeptically. Boo, on the other hand, is deep in thought. You can believe me, or doubt me, and that won't change the facts. You sound certain. How did you find out? The original archives make for the most fascinating reading. You were granted access to the archives? How did you do that?
Oh.
Let's just say I granted myself permission.
Mm-hmm.
Taking action is more efficient than studying in your room, Owl. You should try it. I have a conscience.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And look where that conscience has led you. That's irrelevant. I would never hurt anyone just to get some documents. Who said anything about hurting anyone? I just went in, grabbed them, and left. I don't buy it. The archive's security is admired by everyone. Those admirers would be hugely disappointed if they'd seen the security that night. No wonder most of the guards were at the GLA, and the ones who stayed behind were too busy grumbling about missing the party. The GALA. You took advantage of such an important event to carry out the break-in. It's a miserable plan. It's also a very good plan. I wouldn't call it a plan. I made the decision that very day. Oh, no, it wasn't a plan. But the timing was certainly convenient.
Uh-huh.
And why did you make such a sudden decision? That was thanks to my dear. What do you mean by that? Your arrival reinforced my theory about what has been happening to the Light of Ages. It went from being a possibility to a high probability. but I was only willing to act if it was a certainty. My visit to the archives confirmed it. The myths look at the god of darkness, still processing everything he just said. So, this is all the humans' fault. What a surprise. Joanna. I don't think they're even aware of it. Our existence is a secret we couldn't have known. Even so, Gauko, attacking the human world is excessive. Revenge is never the solution. Don't bother, he just wants to cause harm. Any excuse will do. Thank goodness we arrived in time. Gauko smiles maliciously as he looks at the structure beside him. Yes, the timing has been perfect indeed. Uh-oh! We shouldn't have let him get up, huh? A sort of glow starts surrounding the stone arch. What have you... The flash of the great stone portal activating blinds you. You blink. Little by little, your vision returns. I have a bad feeling about this. And that bad feeling is telling me that maybe this would have been better if I wasn't here. Because how's the portal with the bond thing supposed to work? Does the bond just activate the portal? Is there specific people who are allowed to go through? The glow of the open portal reflects in the eyes of the god of darkness, who smiles as he holds a small object in his hand. Karu's portable portal, now repaired, emanates a small glowy aura that connects directly to the stone pillar. He tricked us! He was stalling for time! We have to stop him. Oh, I don't know how I feel about these choices, and I'm going to make another save. Fuck it, Geronimo. You run towards Gauko, but you can't move. The shadows have held you back again. Joanna tries to grab her Aguskala from the ground, but one of the shadows kicks the flower and sends it flying. The myths struggle in vain, their eyes are filled with rage. You watch them helplessly. Tiago, Boo, Joanna. Where is Koru? Gauko also seems to have noticed the witch's absence. How long has she been gone? I guess she's invisible. The god of darkness observes his own hand. Portable portal has vanished. Karu appears a few feet away from it, holding the device. I won't let you destroy the human realm. The witch raises her fingers. No! And activates her light. The portable portal begins to burn. You fool! But the device has already been reduced to ashes. Well done, Karu. That's our little witch. Damn it, Enkaruja. But this was useless. The portal has been activated. I can find a way to return another time. Joanna has once again taken advantage of the chaos to pull out her other Aguskala. Gauko gets distracted trying to protect his face, and the shadows fade. Grip him! Tiago and Karu jump on Gauko, grabbing him by each arm while holding Aeguskalors in their other hands. You don't know what you're doing! You're dooming us all! Don't let him fool you! He's trying to distract us again. Gauko, we can't take our frustrations out on the humans. I have no intention of taking anything out on anyone, Owl. Let me go. Can't you see? The solution to our problems is right in front of us. Gauko stares at the portal, its glow reflecting in his eyes filled with rage. We have to make them remember. If I reveal myself to the humans, the Light of Ages will be saved. What are you talking about? The solution is obvious. Even you should be able to understand it, dog. They won't be able to ignore my shadows. They won't be able to ignore me. Well, yeah, I completely understand the idea here, Gauko. However, they will remember the legends, and our realm will be safe. Today, St. John's Eve, the night of myths and legends. Today they'll find out we're real. Don't believe him, he's trying to trick us again. Gauko struggles between Tiago and Karu, but can't break free. Can't you see? Fools. Gauko's voice grows weaker as the Aeguskalors draw near. It's getting harder and harder for him to resist. There's no time. The portal will close soon. And thanks to the witch, we have no way to reopen it. You're dooming us all. He does look a bit pitiful. And I mean, his theory makes completely sound sense. Like, it definitely feels like it would work. I mean, that's the solution I came up with for it too. So maybe I'm just saying it makes sense because I also thought of it. A glimmer of doubt begins to show on Tiago and Bu's faces. You can see guilt in Karu's. Are you trying to make us believe you wanted to save us all? Come on. Right. Your evil nature is known to all. Someone who sends their shadows to attack every other minute can't have good intentions. That's true. Yesterday you went too far. I understand you wanted to distract us, but being wrong is a habit you should correct. Everyone is under the impression that I control the shadows. Everyone knows your legend. What good is knowing it if you don't know how to interpret it? I keep the shadows under control. That's not the same as controlling them. It sounds the same. The shadows have a consciousness of their own. They obey my magic, yes. But they also move at their own will when I'm not present. Repairing the portable portal required my full attention yesterday. I'm sorry for the inconvenience caused in my absence. You're not sorry about anything. I can't deny the distraction was convenient. I almost prevented you from tracking me down. But I assure you it wasn't my intention to cause any harm. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. I think I believe him about that. Galco liked that. Of course he did. It doesn't matter what we believe. His intentions are irrelevant. He intends to invade an entire realm. Exactly. Even if you were telling the truth and your cause was noble, the method... Yep. It reminds me of so many Tales final bosses. It's like, I understand what you're trying to do here, however your method. There has to be a less radical plan. Calco has stopped fighting and is staring at some stones on the ground, head down. Which one? We've gone decades without results. The professor also looks at the ground, ashamed. But now we have more information. If we all work together... As much as I hate humans, even I think your plan is despicable. Our survival cannot come at the expense of theirs. It's not at the expense of their survival. It's at the expense of their privilege. The privilege of roaming with total impunity at night. My night. Damaging both our realm and their own. See, he did want revenge. Though he has a point. There's nothing wrong with optimizing efforts. It's called killing two birds with one stone. Even so. I don't know what to do. The shadows swirl around you, around the great stone portal. The bloodlust in their eyes is terrifying. More saves, save spam. Galco, what if we offer you a deal? Kalla, we can't trust him. Silence, horsewoman. I want to hear my dear. Joanna crosses her arms, but lets you proceed. What do you want in exchange for your cooperation? Galco smiles thoughtfully, or rather he pretends to be thoughtful. You're certain he already knows exactly what he wants to ask for. I want you to guarantee me a way to travel to the human realm. That makes no sense. You're asking to go to the human realm in exchange for not going to the human realm. I'm asking to travel on my own without doing anything extreme. In exchange for not sending all of my shadows to invade the entire realm. I consider it a reasonable deal. That distinction implies we trust your word. My trust in exchange for your trust. A deal must be mutual, horsewoman. Do you really think you're in a position to negotiate? I mean, what can he do on his own? Alright, we'll give you your own portable portal. Is that possible, Professor? If you promise to use it responsibly, I accept the deal. Fantastic. Galco returns to the group. Oop. We got an achievement for that. convincing him not to do the thing. All right, we have a deal. Let go of me. Galco gets up with Koru and Tiago's help. You can't help but notice that he clings to Tiago's arm for a few seconds longer than necessary, holding his gaze. After letting go, the God of Darkness gestures with his hand. Most of the shadows fade away, but what's wrong with the rest? Why aren't they obeying? They're moving closer to you. Confusion is written all over Galco's face. Tiago intervenes with his howl and drives them away. The confusion in the god's eyes turns into gratitude. Well, I guess his powers are fading a little bit. Also, I see a blush. Someone likes the wolf. This is your fault. You're not aware of how much magic it took to activate the great portal. And your damn little flowers have drained the little power I had left. You can't even control your own shadows. Pathetic. Don't start. We agreed to be civil. I didn't agree to anything. Joanna, don't start. There they go again, starting to argue. And now there's one more of them. It's like trying to manage a primary school class. You look at the Great Stone Portal. It's still active. Maybe this is your chance to go home? To no longer have to deal with their conflicts. Your way out is right there. But is that really what you want? Your realm has been saved, but this one is still in danger. You look at the myths who've become your friends over the last few days. They're still arguing and talking over each other. A sudden flash interrupts them. You turn to see who just teleported in. Desperation is evident on Drax's face as the light fades. Thank goodness you're here, the light... Drax notices the great portal is open and that Galco is free and near the arch. They spread their wings and prepare to pounce on him. Drac, wait. Everything's fine. He agreed to cooperate. With conditions. What's going on with the light? Did it do something strange? Well, not exactly. That's the problem. What do you mean? Drac looks at Galco suspiciously, but when they see the rest of you aren't fazed by his interruption, they decide to respond. The professor tasked us with recording data on the light's fluctuations on St. John's Eve, in order to compare them with its movements from previous years. But there haven't been any fluctuations. How can that be? St. John's Eve is its most active night of the year. It's when it sheds its fire. Exactly. But it's completely calm. It isn't recharging. In fact, we believe that... Drac looks down at their feet, indecisive. I know it sounds strange, but it's like if it was suffering. Human oblivion. Even tonight, the most important night, they're ignoring the legends. The light can't take it anymore. The threads of the bond are breaking. Confusion is written all over Drac's face. We'll explain it to you on the way. We have to get back as soon as possible. Galco, can you come with us? Your power and your knowledge might be helpful. There's no need to ask. I honor my agreements. Let's go, then. Take each other's hands. The myths form a circle. Koru and Boo have left a space between them. For you. Kalla, let's go. But you keep staring at the Great Stone Portal. The magic inside it, it's starting to fade. Boo notices right away. Oh, right. Leave without me. I'll be there shortly. Johanna starts to say something, but Tiago tugs on her arm and cuts her off. Of course. Goodbye, Kalla. The 5 myths but vanish in a burst of light. Boo steps towards you. Kalla, I'm sorry. We don't have much time. You open your mouth to reply, but Boo keeps talking nervously. I wish we could say goodbye more calmly, but the great portal is about to close and the others need me as soon as possible. I'm the one who has the most information about the light besides Gauko. Boo slips a hand into his pocket and takes out something you can't quite see. He steps closer to you. He takes your hand, places the small object on your palm, and gently closes your fingers around it. It takes him a few seconds to let go, as if he doesn't want to release that moment. When he finally does, his fingers brush against yours in a soft caress. Actually, I was saving this for when we completed the bond, but I hope you like it, and, well, if you don't like it, it's okay. I don't feel pressured, it's just a silly little thing. But I wanted you to have it, Kalla. You observe the gift. It's a book titled Illustrated Tales, Myths and Legends. Open it. The book opens easily to a specific chapter. The one about the myth of Elbu. Acting as a bookmark on that page is a silver-coloured feather. Who smiles again. That smile of his that comes out when he doesn't dare look you in the face, and that always manages to melt your heart. But on this occasion, the brightness of his eyes gives him away. He's not just avoiding looking at you out of shyness, but because he's struggling to hold back tears. I hope you like it. And, 2 chapters after mine is the one about El Coco. His drawing is very cute, you'll see. I don't know if you'll miss us. I hope so. I mean, and not because I want you to feel bad, but because I want to think that you've grown fond of us these days. Fond of me. And, well, if that's the case, I hope the book helps you remember everything you've experienced in this realm. And even though saying goodbye hurts, I'm really glad I met you. You've helped me so much, and I've loved spending time with you. I'm going to miss you, Kalla. Boo begins to play with his tie, rolling and unrolling it with a finger while looking at the ground. You observe the great stone portal, which is already practically extinguished. Shall I just leave it there? Shall I just leave it there for today? Shall I just leave it on a cliffhanger? I mean, we might be close to the end or an end. I mean, I am quite tired. So I'm probably not going to push it tonight. So yeah. Let's stop here for tonight. Pick up next week. And then if we are close to the end, we have time to go and investigate those saves I made. Right? Yeah, that sounds appropriate. That sounds appropriate. Yeah. So, let's just double check I made that save. Yes. So yeah. Thank you very much for coming. It has been so much fun. We got to pet a giant owl. It was the best. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked in the description box. The streaming schedule is posted both over there on social media and over here on YouTube in the posts tab of the channel. The next scheduled stream is Wednesday, 7 PM for some more Pokemon Legends ZA. Because we still have so much we need to do in that, apparently. So I hope to see you then, or another time. Once again, thank you very much for coming. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya! Bye bye!